The road outside Bob Bradbury's church keeps crumbling. One man-made mess even God might have trouble handling.
Well, it used to be the way they kept the roads.
But lately,
I don't care so much about the roads now. They're tearing cars up.
a clerk at this AutoZone said the same. It's increased his customers. When the Texas deep freeze brought rain upon ice upon snow upon ice, all bets on good roads were off. Streets like Tremere, Watercress, and many more started to crumble, and it'll take more than crumbs to fix it.
The price tag that we estimated is about $40 million.
$40 million for just for roads.
Just the roads, that's right.
What happened? Even though you can still see sealer on the roads, what was left of it couldn't keep water from getting in the cracks. Just like in this cup, water expands as it freezes, giving it the pushing power of a backhoe.
You can see where a lot of the pavement is up, and then it looks like little explosions.
For a long time, Killeen had some of the best roads in all of Central Texas. Now it's home to some of its worst, including this street called Little Rock, which is turning into, well, you guessed it. Follow that up with the relatively minor expenses of $200,000 for overtime and another $50,000 for water damage to the city's convention center, and the Texas deep freeze will have cost Killeen $40,250,000 and change. Change for which the city manager has no doubt begun looking by shaking the Killeen couch cushions.
He's working on trying to figure out a way to come up with that extra money.
We'll get back to that. The city with the second most expensive tab can partly blame ERCOT for its biggest line item. When the power grid operator jacked up rates to $9,000 a megawatt hour, it did so in a wild energy market that got even crazier. It left the city of Bryan with a fuel bill for its power plant in excess of $27 million. It's unclear how much BTU will make back from selling power because it's disputing some ERCOT charges. BTU says bond rating agency Standard & Poor's has put it on credit watch as a result. Damage to facilities in Bryan cost about $2 million. Overtime rounds out the bill at the relative bargain price of $250,000. Grand total for Bryan, more than $29 million. Published reports say bills continue coming in to College Station. And it's not just cities. We all hear power bills will go up thanks to ERCOT. And although no one's mentioned it, it's possible our cell phone charges will also go up.
I've seen 3 cell sites in Waco alone this week where they're adding generators this week.
Now back to paying those bills. BTU says it won't need to raise customer rates. Bryan City says it's still totaling damage. And as the Killeen City manager keeps looking under couch cushions, Killeen's council has already begun spending the cash.
The council took decisive action and they approved $5 million. I mean, it's a small part of the $40 million, but that gets us out there on the major roads.
The mayor says he'd favor a hike in the street maintenance fee. Killeen drivers pony up $1.70 a month for the privilege of driving city streets. Mayor Segarra says he'd like to see that go to $5 a month.
I know a lot of citizens may not like that, but my personal opinion, it's not a lot of money.
Because Killeen's problem goes way beyond just one ice storm.
We already had a price tag of about $120 million to repair our current roads that we have that are deteriorating.
That's right. Killeen really needs $160 million for roads.
I could believe it.
No surprise to Bob Bradbury, who saw this coming with the help of a computer game.
I think we finally come to the point like the computer game Sim City.
Mm-hmm.
It starts out real good and you build everything, and all of a sudden everything falls apart because you grew too big.
Growing too fast is a problem.
And so it looks like, we might have outgrown ourselves for a little bit.
A problem he says a lot of Texas cities could face, even without another Texas deep freeze. Dennis Turner, 25 News.